The ambIT pump was the most comforting thing I've ever had after an operation, because there was no pain. I had no sensations of pain. There was no worry about it. The rest of me was left to just recover, to feel good, to be happy about things. I was up and walking as soon as they would allow it, and going up and down the hall, and I know if you'd had pain, you could not do that. I had a double mastectomy. I had cancer on the right side, and because of my age, they said, let's do both and not have to come back here again. And they did the double mastectomy, and I had an immediate reconstruction, full reconstruction. I did not use any form of pain medication besides the ambIT pump with this operation. This was the easiest, the most comfortable, and I know I recovered much more quickly than I would have. It was a 5-hour surgery, and I never hurt. Over my lifetime, I've had 15 surgeries, including 2 knee replacements. I've had several others. I've had one that even opened up my stomach, which is probably the worst you can get. And I cannot take any kind of pain reliever other than a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. This operation that I had this time would have been very, very different from the experience that I had with the ambIT pump. I had a double mastectomy. That takes your whole front off, as you well know. And I felt no pain. It's so different. It's so much easier to recover, to be happy about the situation. Your mind is so much happier. If I ever have another operation, I hope it's in a place they can use the ambIT pump for. In fact, I will insist upon it, because it's a completely different thing than what I've gone through in the past. Pain is a debilitating thing, and it affects your mind, it affects what you can do, it would affect how quickly I could get up and walk, and I was walking the next day. It was just a wonderful experience. I'm so happy that he used it. The pump was never uncomfortable or irritating. In fact, I was not even aware that I had it. I knew I had some wires and a little thing about like a remote control that when I got up and walked around, I had to take with me and be sure it stayed with me and didn't pull, but that was all. And if I hadn't been told what it was, I would not have known I had it. It was marvelous. No pain is a very good thing. I can't tell you what it feels like to be told that you have cancer. It's a terrible shock. The word cancer brings immediate fear, and you can't help but be very affected by it. When you have cancer, that's bad enough, but to have all that pain would really make it so much worse. I'm so thankful that I didn't have to have both. I've been told that the operation I had, in fact, my doctor told me that I should have been in pain for a month or even several weeks after that because of what was done, and I had no pain. It's amazing. My friends who have had a similar operation just cannot believe that I recovered. I was back in church in about 3 weeks, and as soon as I got the tubes out, and feeling great. Everyone I've talked with that's been in this condition tells me that they just can't believe that I didn't hurt. I should have been hurting for weeks and weeks. I had the opportunity to speak to a very dear friend of mine who was going to have the same operation that I had just had. She'd been diagnosed as having cancer. So I had the opportunity to talk with her about this and to tell her about the ambIT pump, to tell her about my doctors, to tell her that this ambIT pump kept me completely pain-free, and if she had more pain than I had, the pump can be programmed to take care of that pain, to go on and use it as long as she needs to. It's perfectly safe. I've had no after effects whatsoever. It's marvelous. With the ambIT pump, I'm still amazed. I can't help it. I'm just utterly amazed that they can do that and you don't have pain. It's wonderful.